KCAL Rocks. It is your Monday, and it's time to talk some sports. So we had some sports go down this weekend, didn't we, Pat?
Oh, what a Monday, guys. Like, if you're an LA sports fan, especially if you're a Clippers fan, a Dodgers fan, I'll even say a Laker fan if you want. It was a big weekend, man. Like, there were so many big games, big moments. We will get to the Clippers in just a second because, I still feel like they're going to beat Dallas in this playoff series, but what a dramatic moment yesterday. But I want to start with the Dodgers here, because the Dodgers, not only are they the best team in baseball, but they saluted Kobe Bryant yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught this, but they had a home game at Dodger Stadium, and I know there's no fans, but they, you still watch it on TV, and they rolled out in either number 8 or number 24 Kobe Bryant jerseys before the game, because yesterday would have been Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday, and today, if you look on a calendar, is August 24th, which is 8/24. So I guess the stars are just kind of lining up, guys.
Yeah, I think they're talking about making this a National Kobe Day, 8/24.
Perfect. Yeah, it is Kobe Day. Celebrate.
It is. They're going to be talking about it quite a bit. Obviously he and his daughter and the 7 other passengers in that helicopter crash not too long ago. And that's how 2020 started. I mean, it's just been a roller coaster ride ever since that, from the get-go. This year. But yeah, a lot of teams, especially the Dodgers, because they're in Los Angeles, honored Kobe Bryant yesterday with the jerseys. The Dodgers are the best team in baseball right now. And listen, guys, we are at the halfway point of the season. Like, I feel like we just started, but we're already halfway home. We're 30 games into this 60-game sprint. And the Dodgers are 22-8, best in baseball.
Into the 40-size baseball season. See, we're already half done. Perfect.
So now, how is this year going to be any different from these years where we're talking about the Dodgers are heating up and looking good halfway?
Yeah, it's you know what he said. The Dodgers are doing great, and Mike Trout's doing great, and the Angels are doing bad. I go,
it's the last 5 years repeated. Pretty much.
True.
162 games, 60 games. What does it matter, right? It's still. I think it's still representative of what a full Major League Baseball season will look like. If you look over in the, on the East, like the Yankees are still good. I mean, all the teams that should be good are good still.
I will say, despite, California being a hotspot, the Dodgers are doing a good job of no COVID, right?
They are. Dodgers are doing a very good job of the no COVID, and then also Kershaw, realized he's Kershaw again because he smoked the Mariners.
I mean, I think that's going to be a big part of winning baseball. It's staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Like if you got a good thing going, you obviously want to make sure you are following that COVID-19 protocol to a T. Because what if what if you lose one of your big star players, and then it's just not going to be a good scene. We've seen a couple other major league teams go through this. They're trying to scramble and make up games and play double headers. It's not a good scene. But if you're a Dodger fan right now, no positive cases, you're the best team in baseball. You're swatting home runs right and left. Kershaw's back. It's just amazing right now.
This could be good for them because normally you'd have a long time to go to the end of that season. This is still just a short time period. They can keep the heat going. That's always been their problem, right? They just got to keep that heat going.
This might be the season that fits their style of play, which peters out at the end, but it's not so freaking long, so they might win.
You're exactly right. It could play right into their hands. Now, I will say this, that Slam Diego, the San Diego Padres, which they're calling Slam Diego right now because of all the grand slams they're hitting and home runs. They swept the Houston Astros this weekend. And remember, the top 2 teams in each division will make the playoffs. They're guaranteed a spot. That's not even counting the wild card. So first and second place in each division make the playoffs. And right now in the National League West, it would be the Dodgers and the Padres.
Wow, that is so weird to hear.
Do you really want to brag about beating the Astros when there's no trash cans around? I don't think it's that big of a brag. But hey, way to go, Padres.
That is true. You're right, though, Pep. They hit 4 grand slams in 4 games. Wow. No one had even done 3 grand slams in 3 games, so that is pretty crazy.
Call Denny's.
Yeah, there's a promotion in there somewhere, I think.
Absolutely.
Dodgers and Padres both red hot right now. We'll talk NBA playoffs here because it was a mixed bag over the weekend. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas, the gas professionals. 3 locations across the Inland Empire to refill that propane tank, get your cooling supplies, also your welding supplies. So they are number 1 in the gas game, but they got a lot going on. 3 locations across the IE. They also hang out online at mathesongas.com, so you can check that out as well. That's Matheson Gas, the gas professionals. So the NBA playoffs are still in their first round series, and the shot heard around the world yesterday, and I know Clipper fans do not want to relive this, Luka
No.
Doncic en route to a triple-double, hitting the game winner in overtime at the buzzer.
On one leg, without Kristaps Porzingis. Everybody counted him out. Luka is a bad mother effer, just like LeBron said when he first played him.
You know, what really gets me, I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, and, like, we passed up on Luka Doncic because, from what we heard, Vlade Divac had a beef with his dad. Like, it was a personal thing. So he's like, I'm not going to take him. Dude, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking ball. Triple-double, 43 points, game winner against the Clippers in overtime. He's carrying this team. And, like, you're right, Patrick, the game before he hurt his leg, like, we didn't even think he was going to play in this game.
I mean, that's the thing that is really kind of, Luka is getting shorthanded here. He is a very lovable guy. He's kind of like NBA's Gronk, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you think about some of the biggest moments in basketball, you think about Jordan hitting the shot, doing the fist pump, Kobe Bryant getting on the announcer's table, LeBron doing the same thing. Luka hit just as big of a shot that could, I mean, tied the series back up with the Clippers, could essentially drown the Clippers if they lose momentum. And no fanfare. Like, it was an amazing shot, but you just missed that crowd reaction shot of everybody going crazy.
That is so true. And I'll tell you what, the Clippers better look out. They better wake up because Porzingis is coming back. Luka's all fired up. Look out.
Man, Dallas is sneaky good. I did not expect to see them challenge the Clippers like they have. I mean, the series is tied at 2, and who knows, the Clippers could roll off 2 consecutive wins, and this thing will be over. But right now in this moment, it's like, okay, we're in a battle now, man. The Mavericks are legit. Luka Doncic is a probably top 5 in the NBA kind of player right now. He's a bad man. And then when you look at the Lakers, they're up on Portland 2-1. They kind of regained their form in Game 3 against Portland to take that 2-1 lead. Game 4 will be tonight against the Blazers. But again, like the Clippers dealing with the Mavericks, the Lakers, I mean, the Blazers are not going to go away against the Lakers. They are going to battle. They could extend this series.
They got their one with Game 1. We let them get a little bit of excitement in. And let me just say this right now. If you are a sports fan but have always kind of shunned basketball because maybe you don't like the personalities of basketball players or whatever like that, Luka Doncic is your guy. He will get you into the sport.
It's true. Everyone loves Luka. Everyone was so happy for him when he made that shot. Even a guy who was talking a bunch of crap to him on the Clippers apologized to him before the game because he was like, hey, man, sorry about that.
If you love sports and you've been shunning NBA, maybe give him a shot because I think he is so lovable he will bring you into the sport.
Pep, he's like that guy at work who you just love him.
He's likable by everybody, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Lakers, Portland tonight, Mavs and
Lakers.
Clippers tied at 2. And finally, NFL camps, you know, they're kind of silently rolling on. Like, I mean, we see a little video here and there out of NFL camps, but I feel like it's kind of losing the fanfare, maybe because we do have NBA playoffs and, you know, NHL playoffs are actually going on too, although we don't talk about too much. But the big news over the weekend, it's one of Patrick's former guys, Earl Thomas, who's now with the Baltimore Ravens, being released by Baltimore, and now that everyone's talking about where he could end up, it looks like Dallas is a likely point, but what if he ends up on the Rams? What if he ends up on the Chargers? Come on.
No. I don't want him on the Rams. I don't want him on the 49ers. Speaking of video that we see here and there, did you see the video of Earl socking the other safety? You know what the deal is here is when he played in Seattle, Earl Thomas got to do whatever he want. Pete let him do whatever he want. And now the other guy's like, hey, stop screwing me over, dude. You're supposed to cover that. And they got into a huge fight. And he's out. He's been missing meetings. Remember?
Yeah.
The finger. He's done.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I think I buried the lead. Yeah, the Ravens are getting rid of him because he got into a big fight at training camp. So that's why they're
seeing a lot of these NFL players get out of their contracts by slamming their coaches, by fighting their teammates. It's not kind of a good precedent to set. But if now Earl Thomas ends up on the Cowboys, the team he always wanted to be on anyway, then I think you're going to be seeing a lot more of this out of NFL players. If they act up, they'll get out of their contract.
He's going to be a Cowboy.
That's so weird. Like, you know, can you force your way out with bad behavior? I don't know if this was premeditated, like if he knew what he was doing. But, yeah, it looks like he could go to the team he wanted, Dallas, if this all kind of fits together.
And that would be Dallas once again just ignoring red flags on a player and taking a risk. And it is a risk because, like we said, he's fighting players. He's flipping off his head coach. There's a whole girlfriend incident off the field. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff since then. So there are a lot of red flags with Earl Thomas, but he is also a very good football player.
He still play.
The Cowboys love those projects. You know what I mean? They bring them in with all the baggage. They love it. They do it.
They ignore red flags.
That is so true. Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
Inland Sports, like Inland Empire. Inland Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got the YouTube channel as well. If you go to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe and check out all the great Inland Sports shows talking local sports in the IE.
Thanks, Pep.